Hi, friends. Hopping on with you today to share with you some insights that are coming out of sessions with clients in the last 24 hours. And I wanted to share with you some realizations that seem to really help people. Hopping on with you today that really seem to help people when it comes to ancestral patterns related to righteousness, related to competitive elements that show up in your family dynamics as well as in your relationship dynamics. And what keeps coming up in these sessions is this element where you may find yourself fighting a lot by resisting the impact of other people's thoughts and other people's energy. Maybe when you were a child, you were yelled at, you didn't feel safe to express yourself, and you created patterns where you had to lash back or fight back or force yourself in order to be heard, in order to be seen. And sometimes in that process, you also might have hidden, so you didn't express yourself. And then when you finally did express yourself, you express yourself with this intensity. A lot of time when we hold on to intensity, and I know about intensity, I know about anger, I know about rage. A lot of times when we are stuck in cycles of anger and rage, we have bypassed feeling grief. And so what I've seen and what I know in my own family and in my own life with my clients is that when we don't allow ourselves to fully grieve, we don't feel safe to be vulnerable, have hard days because we were conditioned that it wasn't okay to be vulnerable and not okay. When we don't allow ourselves to not be okay, we blanket our grief, and often the grief is blanketed with anger. If you're somebody who always needs to be in control, you may not feel safe to let people help you, support you, and to hold you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because when you let your guards down in the past, you didn't feel emotionally safe and you felt you were either abused, criticized, or judged. If you can relate with what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up or a yes, I get it in the comments. And I will check these back. And if you're watching in the future, you can watch hashtag. You could put hashtag replay in the comments. We fight because we do not feel safe to surrender or to let go. And we justify that with all kinds of reasons: righteousness, conviction. It might be that you think your belief system is better than someone else's, or it might be that you're just energetically trying to get your voice or your foot in the door or yourself in a conversation. We fight because we're not willing to be uncomfortable. We're not willing to be vulnerable. And that's okay. But I want to invite you today, because this has been coming up, to be honest with yourself. If you're exhausted from fighting to be right or competing or comparing yourself with other people, you may have some heavy sadness as well as desires for intimacy that aren't being met. And so we blanket our more gentle and subtle desires with aggression and assertion and competitiveness. And where this often is in the body is it coils in the solar plexus. And when you allow yourself to feel through your sadness, your grief, your frustration, through breathing, through hydrating, through through expressing your truth to people who care, the energy moves. What I'm seeing this week with my clients, mentees, is that many of them are, I work with a lot of leaders and they're at the edge of stepping into leadership. And the thing that consistently seems to hold people back is a story from their childhood where they didn't feel safe to be seen or be heard. And you may relate with this. And here they are, fully adults, getting ready to share their voice or start a business or step into something new in leadership. And they feel criticized and judged, even though nobody is talking to them that way anymore. They feel the voice of their parents and their trauma around them. And they find that they need to keep fighting or arguing to be taken seriously, to be respected. But actually, the fighting and the arguing is putting up a barrier between the authentic connection that happens when we're vulnerable. So if you've watched this far and this resonates with you, put a like or drop a emoji below and let me know that this resonates with you. And the way that we stop fighting is we literally choose to let go of needing to be right. And I say this from experience. It's absolutely from experience. We are not here to fight alone or be righteous. We are here to step into our potential together. And so I invite you today to start to marinate on being able to stand in your truth and speak your truth without needing to argue about it, hide it, justify it. Literally speaking your truth while staying grounded in your own heart and in your own knowing will help you to start to connect and communicate with people without needing to continue to engage in debate and fight for your right to be heard or for your needs to be met. So in Awaken Life School, the way that I train is starting with grounding. You ground yourself. You learn how to connect with the mother, the great mother, Unchimaka. Learn to ground into the earth and really start to stabilize your nervous system so your voice can have a strength, a conviction. And we work with feeling through our pain, feeling through the discomfort, letting yourself grieve, letting yourself ask for your needs, expressing if you feel uncomfortable. And then we work with the heart, with love, and learning how to connect the earth with your heart and the sacred, so that your voice and your words and your expression is peaceful, is steady, is clear. And what happens is when you practice that, your need to fight starts to fall away. Your need to argue starts to fall away. The parts of you that feel like you had to convince others that you have the right to be or that you're enough starts to fall away. So I hope this helps somebody today. Let me know if this helps you. It's been a powerful day of sessions, and it seems to be a theme that's emerging. So I wanted to share that with you. And as always, if I can help you more personally and you'd like to share your story with me or possibly get some more support professionally or as an ally, reach out. A blessed Friday to you. Stand in your truth, speak from your heart, and you will help create peace in this world. Thank you for checking out this video. Much love. Bye.